Hey everyone, it's Dan. I just wanted to give you a quick update because it's been about 2 years since my original video. That original video got way more views, way more feedback than I ever imagined it would. And I'm just so happy that many of you managed to get something useful out of it and found it helpful for your training and your day-to-day nutrition. Uh, Main change for me is I've graduated, so I'm no longer part of a varsity team, but I am still training. I'm still competing from time to time. I'm still running about as much as I did during varsity. From the diet perspective, it's still primarily the same. I'm following those same principles as I was before, so reducing sugars as much as possible, eating whole grains, eating food in its simplest and most recognizable form. That's probably the most important thing. Um, Within the last 2 weeks or so, actually, I've tried cutting dairy out of my diet, dairy and eggs. This has primarily been for health reasons, and I want to just see how it affects my day-to-day life and how it affects my training. It's probably a little bit too early to tell. You might get an update video from me in a couple of weeks, but so far it's quite good. I've had a lot of good runs in the last couple of weeks, and I don't feel like I'm missing or craving anything since I've cut those out of my diet. One thing that I'm not doing anymore, I'm no longer logging my intake. There's a couple reasons for this. First off, I've already gotten into a very good habit of what is good and what's bad following that regime. So I feel I no longer need to log my food to train myself for those aspects. And the other thing is I'm no longer in an active competitive season right now, so I can relax a bit and I can think a little bit less about eating the perfect diet. In terms of what I'm eating, it's pretty similar to my previous video. For breakfast, I'm usually having oatmeal with nuts and fresh fruit, sometimes a little bit of vegetable in there. And I'm having a lot of salads, usually a salad as a meal once a day or so. I find this a great solution. It's healthy, obviously. I can throw in lots of variety in terms of ingredients, anything that's seasonal. It doesn't take me very long, and I find it tastes great. So I'm actually going to finish off with a quick video just on a typical salad that I would make. All right, so here's everything laid out. I find it really important to start with a really nicely sized bowl, something that's going to be more than big enough to hold all your greens and your ingredients and give you plenty of room to mix around. Next, it's important to have a great variety of ingredients. So I'm starting with just a romaine mix. It was what was the best on special at the supermarket this week. And I've got some cherry tomatoes diced up. I've got some beets, which I've just boiled on the stove for about 45 minutes and then chopped up. I've got half of a ripe avocado with some shallots and some mushrooms. I've got about a third of a can of chickpeas, some cucumber, and because it's in season, I've got some cranberries. For the sauce, I've taken a bit of inspiration from hummus. I've got about a tablespoon of tahini, which is right at the bottom in there, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, about half of a lemon juiced, and maybe 3 tablespoons of soy milk in there. That'll be enough for 2 salads. And then over here on the stove, I've just got some sweet potato, which I roasted for about 30 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees with just a little bit of olive oil. And here it is all together. Here's all the ingredients in the bowl. Got our dressing all mixed up. I just wanted to show you this before I go and mix it all together. So here it is, mixed up, ready to eat. I've just taken some of the zest from the lemon that was squeezed earlier for the dressing. So I'm going to go enjoy this. Bon appetit. And so I just hope you guys continue to train hard, eat well, sleep well, and do your best out there. Thanks.
But that was all the best parts of our trip kind of wrapped up in one.